Philadelphia News, team of my heart.
You ever wonder how one decision, one trade, could change the entire history of your Sixers? Think about it. You're standing on the edge of something big, a team ready to take over the league, and suddenly, it all slips away. Gone, just like that. And you, as a fan, are left asking yourself, why do we always have to suffer because of bad front office moves? Sixers news has always had its share of trades that sparked frustration. But what if I told you there was one moment, one offseason, that destroyed a dynasty before it was even born? This isn't just about a lost opportunity. This is about the very heart of what makes you bleed red, white, and blue. The pain of knowing you were supposed to celebrate a championship that never came. Now here's the hook. Imagine your team holding the #1 pick in the draft, the future right in the palm of their hands, paired with a proven Hall of Fame anchor already in place. The ingredients were all there, a golden ticket, a chance to rule the NBA for the next decade. But instead of taking that ticket and running toward the Larry O'Brien, management decided to cash it out for something that left the team crippled and left you with a heartache that still lingers decades later. And here's the kicker. The guy at the center of it all, the one who carried the burden of this blunder, he never forgave the Sixers. He made it clear. That single decision cost him at least one ring, maybe even two. And you feel that, don't you? Because you know how it feels to see the Sixers stuck in mediocrity when greatness was within reach. This is not just some trade you read in the back of a newspaper. This was the move that turned champagne showers into cold showers. And instead of confetti raining down from the rafters, it was regret pouring down in Philadelphia. That pain you carry as a Sixers fan, it started here. That's why when you hear the words Sixers news, trade, and heartbreak in the same sentence, this is the story that comes to mind. But here's the twist. Before I tell you exactly who said those unforgettable words, I had to spend another 4 years sucking in Philly. I want to challenge you. Can you figure it out before the reveal? As you watch, drop in the comments the exact moment you realized who we're talking about. Was it the hint about a Hall of Famer teammate? Was it the part about the lost #1 pick? Or was it the raw bitterness of a star who felt robbed of his destiny? Because you, my friend, are about to relive one of the most painful chapters in Sixers history, a chapter that still echoes today every time we talk about bad trades and wasted chances. Stay locked in, because this is where the heartbreak begins and the truth is going to sting. Think about this for a second, you. The year is 1986. The Sixers are fresh off a season where the future felt brighter than ever. You had a young star rising fast, a player who was already stacking all NBA nods like it was nothing, a guy ready to push the Sixers back into championship territory. And to make it even sweeter, the team held the #1 pick in the draft. You, as a fan, were standing on the doorstep of something that could have changed everything. Imagine it, pairing that young phenom with a proven Hall of Fame giant already in the locker room, a mentor who knew how to win. That's the stuff dynasties are built on. But instead of doubling down, instead of building a powerhouse, the Sixers did the unthinkable. The #1 pick? Gone. The Hall of Fame big man who had already delivered a championship to Philly? Shipped out. And in return, what did you get? A player who barely touched the floor again. That's not a building block, that's a demolition. Now put yourself in the shoes of the guy who had to carry this mess. You're a young star, hungry, angry, ready to win, and then you watch as the organization pulls the rug out from under you. You can almost feel that rage building in your chest, right? Because you've lived it too, watching season after season slip away thanks to trades that never made sense. That's the curse of Sixers news sometimes, isn't it? Big moves, big promises, and even bigger letdowns. Here's where the pain hits hardest. The Sixers could have been standing toe-to-toe with the Celtics and the Lakers at the exact moment their empires were fading. Bird's Celtics were starting to creak. Magic's Lakers weren't invincible anymore. The road to the finals was wide open. All you had to do was stay the course, keep the foundation strong, and let the pieces grow together. But instead, the Sixers front office slammed that door shut themselves. And what about you as a fan? You didn't just lose a chance at a parade, you lost the chance to see your team take the throne in an era where it could have been Sixers versus Bulls, Sixers versus Pistons, Sixers versus the rest of the NBA for years to come. That's not just a missed opportunity. That's a heartbreak carved into the DNA of this franchise. Here's the part that stings most. The player who carried this weight never let go of it. Even decades later, he's still bitter. He still calls it the dumbest trade he ever lived through. And the truth is, you probably share that bitterness too, because deep down, you know that what happened in that offseason cost Philadelphia at least one championship, maybe more. And here's why I want you to get involved. Do you agree that this was the single worst decision in Sixers history? Or do you think there's another move that deserves the crown of disaster? I want you to hit the comments and let me know. Because this isn't just about the past, it's about the pain that shapes how you feel about every trade rumor you read today. And for the real ones sticking with me until now, let's put it to the test. Comment the word ringless down below. That way, I'll know you stayed all the way through this story, because only true fans can feel the weight of what was lost. So now here it is. The man who lived through all of this, the man who said, I had to spend another 4 years sucking in Philly, was none other than Charles Barkley, Sir Charles himself. And trust me, his anger hasn't cooled one bit. This is why you gotta hit that subscribe button and click the bell, because if you're a real Sixers fan, you can't miss stories like this. Sixers news, trade decisions, the good, the bad, and the painful. You need to be here every time we break it down.